Hello, it is Wednesday night and time for another Facebook Live. All right, let me see if I can find this on my laptop, get it shared to my group. My laptop was being extremely slow a few minutes ago. While we're waiting, I will, this is the card, hey Nancy, that we made last week. And I will tell you at the end who won that card. I just barely got it drawn before Facebook Live. All right, let's see if we can get this shared. And tonight we're using a set that is in the holiday catalog. But to me, it's not really, well, we're using two sets. One of which is has holiday stuff in it. The other one, which to me is not holiday at all. All right, in one moment, let me get this shared to my group in case somebody's looking for it there. I think every week there's something a little bit different in Facebook. It makes it hard to keep up. Okay, almost. One last. All right, there we go. Now we're ready. So this is the card we're going to make. And you have seen, I didn't pull any of them over here to show you again, but the Splendid Thoughts, I showed you a whole bunch of cards we made with this. As a demonstrator, we got to do something called Creativity Now, and it was a online event, but with this set we bought this bundle, and then we bought the paper too, and then they gave us all the dimensions of cards that we had to cut, or paper we had to cut, and then talked us through and gave us PDFs to make cards with this set, which were beautiful. But it's a very pastel. Let me grab the paper real quick to show you. Sorry, should have had it all out. I had a haircut tonight, so that put me like in a little bit of a time crunch to get home, get some food. This is hard to show on camera because it's very shiny. It's foil on one side and not foil on the other. As you can see, mine is well loved. I have lots of little pieces. They're falling all over the place. But it's a very pastel. The colors are more pastel to me. So it's not what you would think of as traditional Christmas by any means. I think that they are trying to cater to some of our Southern Hemisphere friends. So for them, Christmas is in the middle of the summer. So, you know, this is more to me a spring set. And I got a swap from a friend just the other day using it. So this is kind of what the colors you would normally use with this set that go with this paper and everything. Isn't that gorgeous? Sean made that. It's just beautiful. But I wanted to try and use it for a Christmas card. So I knew I would need to add something Christmassy to it. So I got out the Ringed with Nature set. This is so fun. I do have a card here I can show you. So this is the stamp set. I don't have the paper right here. And it comes with what is called a hybrid embossing folder. So just real quick, let me show you what that means. We've had a couple of these before, but if you've never seen them in use, it won't mean anything to you. So you have an embossing folder, and this is just a bunch of tree rings. But there's a big die that goes with it. So all you do, you just have to figure out which way it goes, is put that on your embossing folder, and it fits in there. So it'll stay. It's moving a little bit on me, but it'll just kind of nestle down in there. Then you put your paper in there and run it through like this, and it will cut and emboss them at the same time. So if you can see this ring of this tree ring here, it is embossed, and it was embossed and cut at the same time. And then the paper here is a celebration item. So in case you didn't know or had forgotten, celebration is going on right now. And what that means is for every $50 you spend, you get to pick out something free. So that paper is gorgeous. That's just one pattern of it, but it's beautiful paper. And that's something that you can get free with a $50 order. Okay. I didn't show you, sorry. So the stamp set is beautiful. This is one that I probably, hey Betty, that I probably would not have purchased just looking at the catalog. So I'm glad that Stampin' Up! Made me, they didn't make me, but if I wanted to do the Creativity Now, I had to have it. And of course I wanted to do it and have it. So it's got these gorgeous dies that go with it. And so they cut out some of the images, but then they also, you just have these like little leaf dies that you can just use as accents, which are fabulous, which is what I did here. So let's, oh, and I didn't bring the whole thing. This is another celebration item, this paper in the back. It comes with stripes and polka dots in gold and silver. So that's something else you can get free with a $50 purchase. Okay, enough talking. Let's start creating. And as always, I will put the dimensions on my blog after I'm done here, so you know all the dimensions. Oh yeah, I was like, why do I have that? Because it's for my poinsettia. So I have these little pieces, which I just need to pop out all the little, and you could leave them in, but I like the little airy look of them when they're all popped out. They pop out real easily, I just didn't do it. Hope you all are having a good week. I gotta get busy getting stuff ready for next week. We had a Christmas in July class Monday night, right? Yeah, Monday night. So we got to play with some Christmas stuff. Okay. Oop. Those are ready now. We don't need all these pieces. They don't seem to want to get out of the way. All right. So we have our, this is just a piece of soft sea foam that I've cut using our Stylish Shapes. I think it's like my new go-to stamp. And this is soft sea foam. And I'm just going to take, this is from that Inspired or Splendid Thoughts. And I'm just going to stamp a couple of these in the background. So that'll be behind the poinsettia. And then I'm gonna grab my Stampin' Pierce mat. The poinsettia is photopolymer, so we want to be sure that we use the Stampin' Pierce mat. Just gives it a little extra cushion. And this is Poppy Parade, and I'm just stamping it right in the middle of that. Oh, I forgot I did do, let me grab those. There's some little dots, these little dots that are, could be for the center of the poinsettia. So let me, I'm gonna need that in a minute. Grab a little block. I forgot I put some dots in the middle of it. I did crushed curry. And they may be hard to see on camera, but you can see them in person. So just some little dots. I'm going to do twice. Just turn it a little bit. So now it has little yellow centers. And then the last thing we need to do is our Merry Christmas. And it is also out of the Ringed with Nature set. But this has some other nice sentiments. So this can be fall. There's a house. You could use that as a house. You know, if you had somebody new moving into the neighborhood, you could use that. This would be great for fall. Those would be great. There's an acorn. These are like little mushrooms. So it's a very versatile set. And it's got some nice sentiments. So it has Merry Christmas, but it also has some everyday sentiments. So Merry Christmas. Just in the middle of this. We'll see if I can do it straight on camera. That's always a challenge. Not too bad. Be very careful. The other night when I was in class, I smeared a sentiment. The reds are just really inky usually, and so you have to be a little bit careful with them. So it may be hard to tell on the camera, but I sponged some soft seafoam on this piece of white, but we're going to try a little bit different, something a little bit different this time. I don't need that anymore. Let me grab my blending brush. So I have one that's just like green, and you can wash these out and that color will almost come completely out. But I just kind of have like a blue one and a green one, and then if I feel like it's got too much, I can always rub it there and see it. There's nothing, you probably can't see, but there's nothing coming off there. So I decided this time, instead of coloring, putting some ink on the Merry Christmas, I was going to put it on the background. So we'll see how we like this. And then the Merry Christmas will kind of pop from that. At least that's what I'm thinking. You never know. When you change something at the last minute like this, it may not. I think I need to re-ink my soft seafoam. But when we put that white cardstock on there, and you notice I'm starting off the paper a little bit because you get these kind of dark circles like that, and I don't want that on my card. All right, let's see how this is looking. So now we put that white on there. Yeah, you can see some. We could do a little more, I think. Let's do a little bit more. We want to be able to tell that we've got some ink on there. That's looking good. All right, I think that'll be good. So we'll see if we like this better. And now we're just ready to put it all together. So this is a piece from that designer series paper. This is a soft seafoam foil. Whoops. And then on the back it's soft seafoam and pool party together. It's really pretty. And then I have, oh yeah, we have to cut out our poinsettia too. Just a piece of white for the inside. This is Evening Evergreen. And so trying to write on it. You can do it if you have like a white gel pen or something, but it's easier just to put a piece of white on the inside. Then it's easy to write on. I'll put that in here, and we'll just start building everything up. We will have to stop and cut out our poinsettia, but we can do some of this first. So then this celebration paper. So it's still kind of soft colors, but it does have that pop of red from the... Uh-oh, Betty says hers keeps freezing. Is anybody else having trouble? I'm not seeing anything on my phone saying that it's having trouble. But let's put this on. So our foil piece. That up here, and let's cut out our poinsettia next. I think I did like double layers of dimensionals on this one just for fun. Yep, I did. All right, let me grab my scissors. Nancy says hers is working fine. Okay, good. Well, Betty, it may be your internet is, or your Wi-Fi is having trouble. I don't know. So I'm just cutting around the poinsettia. Just leaving a little bit of a white border. Must be on my end. I'm sorry, Betty. If you leave a little bit of a white border, then your eye doesn't notice if the cutting isn't perfect. It just sees the image that was stamped, and it doesn't notice if your cutting is not perfect. So just a little tip. And it's not hard to cut. Just takes a couple minutes. Oops, almost cut that one too close, didn't I? I guess I could have put jewels in the center of this, but that's not what I did. You know, you could take some of your rhinestones, and I don't remember if we have any that are yellow colored right now in any of the holiday stuff, but you can always take the regular rhinestones and your blends, and we have saffron blends, and we have Daffodil Delight blends, so you could take your blends and color some rhinestones yellow and put them in the middle. So if you didn't want to stamp this, or you wanted something a little bolder than just that subtle yellow stamped in the middle, you could color some rhinestones and put them in there. Almost there. And you would want, like you noticed I did some other stuff before I came back to cut this. You wouldn't want to do it right after you stamped it, because that red would get all over you, and then you would have red everywhere on your card, and that would be a mess. So it does tend to take the red just a little bit longer to dry. I guess it's just such a saturated color. Oops. Finish off this one little point. All right, there we go. All cut out. Now we're ready to assemble everything else. So I want my stamped leaves to be up, and I put this on with dimensionals, which I'm using the end of my sheet of dimensionals. I know I've told you all this before, but do not throw away any of these dimensionals. All right, so I'm kind of looking at it because I'm going to tuck these leaves in behind. So I probably want to put one kind of on this side. So that will be over here, and then one on this side. Just so I will have room to tuck those leaves in behind. I was like, oh, did I do it wrong? No, I just need to turn this the right way. So I'll put that on, and then I did put a dimensional on the poinsettia. I just did one in the middle. Oops. And I kind of put him down a little bit so you could see more of the leaves. So not right in the middle, but a little bit like that. All right, let's do our Merry Christmas. We'll see if we like the gold behind it better than the green sponging behind it better than on it. Now, if you're going to do sponging on this, you would have to make sure it was completely dry, or sponge it first and then stamp it. Ask me how I know. I don't know if it was this card or something else. I was like, oh, I'm going to add some sponging, and it was red like that, and that did not go well. I think I'm going to use glue dots for these. Just kind of the base of those leaves. And it's sometimes easier if I take your pick tool and pull it off that way. And so I'm going to tuck this down in here, not under that. There we go. And then the gold one is going to go on top of that one. I'm just kind of sticking my finger under there and pushing it down. And then one more green one coming out the other side. we want it to come out this side, but we don't want it to go over the edge of the card. Otherwise it would be hard. Whoops. Get that down far enough, did I? All right. There we go. All right. Now, the last thing is I decided it needed bling, of course. So these are actually in the annual catalog. They're the brushed metallic adhesive back dots. That's a mouthful. So we've got these gold ones. So I used, this is my take your pick tool. Whoops. Don't go upside down. Uh-oh. All right. This one's not behaving. There we go. So we'll put one down here. I think I need more putty for my take your pick tool. There we go. One up here, and then I put one small one on the sentiment itself. Kind of in a triangle. It doesn't have to be like, you know, a perfect triangle, but kind of in a triangle shape. And there you go. All right, so which one do you like better? The sponging on the sentiment or the sponging behind the sentiment? I think I like it behind it. They both are fine, but I think I like it behind it. Okay. So let me grab this card. Hang on. There we go. So this is the card that we made last week. We did some watercoloring on shimmer paper and cut out this adorable camper. And so the winner of this card is Betty. So I will get that sent to you, Betty. And then everyone that comments on this video tonight will win this card probably in 2 weeks. I'm not going to be here next Wednesday. I'm going to try and record something for you, so you'll still have a video to watch. But I won't be available for a live Facebook Live, so I'll have to draw in 2 weeks for this card. So to wait just a little bit longer on that one. All right, I think that's it for tonight. Thank you for joining me. I hope you enjoyed this card, and I will see you next time. Bye. Oh, Nancy says she likes behind. Thank you, ladies.